back with an all-new episode of the Sports Port. It's been a minute, boys. Been a minute, but I'm here, DTV, with
you. Let's go.
Yes,
and
and
here,
of course, super producer, main and the mic.
Yo, what's going on,
there.
boys?
What's good, dude? So we're gonna get started, boys, with a little NBA action. We're gonna actually take it back to last night. Few good games last night, but we're gonna focus on to start the Suns and the Mavericks. And our boy Gino is suffering right now. Big Mavericks guy. Not looking good for Dallas as of late. They've lost 5 in a row. And Luka went off the other day talking about how they got to get it straightened out. Otherwise, you're not looking too good. But yeah, last night was a close game. 109-108 ended up being the final in terms of in the way of the Suns for the W. What do you guys see from last night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the Suns. I mean, I think they're 11-8, but Booker missed 3 or 4 games. Chris Paul, I mean, I can't believe how well he's been playing. The Rockets couldn't wait to get rid of him. Last year, he has an all-star season. This year, what did he last night? 38, 9-9. I mean, that's all you could ask for him. And then Booker, his first game back, he hits the game-winning shot. The Mavericks were in control all game, up 10 or 12 in the third quarter. And once again, they can't finish. Porzingis, another uneven performance. I think the whole thing with them is they need one more option, like a third guy that they could rely on. I think that's what they're missing right now.
Yeah, I mean, Porzingis had 19, 10 boards. He's like a walking double-double with the rebounds. What do you think, Rosso? I mean, because these are two teams in the West that we were kind of looking at before the season started as like two young teams that could maybe make a little in the playoffs. And you being the basketball aficionado that you are.
Well, I mean, I was never really hyped on the Mavs.
Yeah.
I love Luka, obviously, but I don't think he's even been playing that great this year. I mean, his numbers are good, but the Suns, I really like the Suns. Their roster's put together. Every position, they got 2 guys that could play.
Yep.
When you add Chris Paul to a team that already has Devin Booker, 2 guys that like to play with the ball in their hand, it's not going to work right away.
Right.
So it's going to take some time. They're both playing pretty well. Devin Booker's been pretty passive, I think. So maybe coming back, hitting this game-winning shot will get his confidence back up, and he'll start having those big games, those 30-plus point nights, and get that scoring average up a little bit. I think that's going to benefit the Suns because after Chris Paul, they don't really have anyone else that could score.
No.
Besides Ayton, but Ayton can't do anything with the ball, so
Exactly.
someone's got to pass it to him.
Exactly. And Ayton last night had 10 points, 11 boards, or 17 boards, sorry. Jeez. 10 points, 17 boards.
I mean, really, with those guys scoring, I mean, he can score 10 points a game if he's going to have 17 boards. I mean, he's a presence down low for sure.
Yeah, he's an absolute animal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. 17 rebounds, like, on any given night.
He's probably at least 7-1, and he moves as good as anyone in the NBA.
And then Cameron Johnson, too. He's a young player that they have. He hit a couple of threes last night. He's got some athleticism. I was impressed with him.
Yeah, and he was a guy coming out of North Carolina. I think he shot like 47% from 3 or something like that. But he was 23 years old, I think, so no one wanted to draft him. The Suns took him, and he's been more than a shooter for the Suns. And he's pretty athletic. He plays defense. He could pass. And Mikal Bridges is another guy. Played 3 years at Villanova.
Yeah.
Another solid role player. He's going to have a long career.
The Nova guys.
A couple good guys.
Yeah.
If you went to Nova, you're going to be a good pro.
I think so too, bro. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then I think another thing, I mean, besides Chris Paul, all these guys the Suns drafted, we see teams in the NBA, they just give away picks. And you got to develop a team if you want something sustainable. And that's what the Suns have done here.
Yeah, and for years, everyone's been talking about how Devin Booker's got to request a trade and get out of there. He's going to rot away in Phoenix. But Phoenix is slowly building a good team. Yeah, bro. They have a good coach. They have new guys in the front office. I don't know anything about them, but they're looking pretty good. I think the Suns are coming up.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are teams to look out for in the West for sure. Good young team, really good young. Like you just said, they're building. They're doing it through the draft, and it's not something we see that the Suns are doing in the NBA. Really, there's no normality in really that anymore. In building through the draft and.
Yeah, everybody's just signing free agents, trading away 10 draft picks.
For a decent player.
Like the Nets.
So Suns are looking good. Mavericks are still slipping, so we'll see. Maybe Gino can go play for them or something. They'll do a little bit better. But we're going to move on to another game from last night, which is making some headlines for maybe some of the wrong reasons in the Lakers and the Hawks. LeBron getting heckled there a little bit. But yeah, so Lakers end up winning 107-99. It was close game throughout. Did you happen to watch this whole thing?
Yeah.
Barnes is a big LeBron guy for those who don't know.
Yeah, and we got the league pass going at the house, so it's nice watching all the games. I was impressed with the Hawks. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm a big Lakers guy, but I was impressed at the Hawks. They had a couple guys out. Cam Reddish's first game back, you know, and they hung with them. I think it's because Trae Young, I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. And then once you get Bogdanovich back, you know, he's a big asset. And then Gallinari, he had a bad game last night, but I think he's going to be big for them down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Grasso?
I mean, I think the most impressive thing from the Hawks last night is they actually held the Lakers to, 107 points?
Yeah.
Usually they're giving up like 140 every night because the Hawks don't play any defense. So
Uh-huh.
that's a promising sign because they have good young guys who are long and athletic. So that usually translates to decent defense, but we'll see if the Hawks can kind of keep that up.
And I like the Hawks too, dude. I think they got a good talented roster. They got a good young team. I like how they got Bogdanovich after that fell through with Milwaukee.
That was a huge.
I think the Hawks have one of the best offenses in the league, but I also think they have one of the worst defenses too. I don't see them making the playoffs, but we'll see how it goes. Trae Young is exciting though.
Trae Young.
And I think, you know, we think about Trae Young, the shooters, but also their front court is pretty good because John Collins, you know, he's developing, and then Capella is pretty solid. You know, that no one thinks about that because he didn't really play for them last year. Trade.
I mean, Capella last night like 16 points, 13 boards, double for him. Trae Young went off 25 points, 16 assists. So.
And they got shooters too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and Gallinari, like you said, kind of had a bad game last night. He only had 6 points and went 2 for 10 from the field. Brutal.
He had a couple small injuries right in the beginning of the season. He hasn't really gotten back into the swing of things. I had him on my fantasy team. I cut him because it's trash. But
dude, I mean,
he'll be back. Gallo can play offense. We know that.
Yeah, I mean the Hawks. I mean they're 10-10 right now. So we'll see.
They got a shot.
We'll see how they fared for the rest of the way. I got a good chunk of the season left, so anything can really happen. Meanwhile, the Lakers on the flip side continue to do well, especially on the road.
Yeah,
they have like.
Didn't they just lose 2 or 3 in a row?
They lost 2 in a row, but then they beat the Celtics by 1. That game was really good on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I think didn't they lose to Atlanta? Or no, they beat Atlanta.
No, they beat Atlanta.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
They've been on the road for the past 2 weeks as well.
So, you know, I think that Celtics win was huge. You know, coming down to the last possession and then, you know, building off this win, I think, you know, they're going to keep it going. It seems like they don't really get in these funks ever since they've had LeBron and AD. They kind of, you know, play pretty consistent.
And how about LeBron? He's played every single game this year, or maybe he missed one. I don't know, but he's playing.
He's played every game.
He's
playing pretty much the same minutes he normally does, and he looks even better.
He played the most minutes on the Lakers last night. He played 38 minutes, 21 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds.
I mean, I guess that's what you get for spending $1 million on your body every year.
Yeah,
that's what he said. So
that's. I mean, he's a freak athlete for sure. No
and in the offseason, we were all talking about how the short offseason and LeBron's going to take some time off, but he's out there every single night.
Didn't do any of it. Yeah, I mean,
AD's the one that's kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Anthony Davis. He said a couple weeks ago he was playing like shit, and he wanted to, you know, kind of get out of that funk. Last night he had played pretty well. Last night, 25 points, went 10 for 14 from the field.
Look at the rebound numbers.
Let's see the rebounds. What do you have? 2 rebounds.
Two rebounds.
I think against the Celtics he had a bunch. You know, he's definitely been up and down. You've seen him miss some free throws. I think that's a big thing. It's like, make your free throws. I mean, come on, but you can't hate on AD. He's one of the best players in the league. I think he's going to get it together and once again be a big force for them down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I picked him to win defensive player.
I did too.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, Lakers, they're playing well, 16-6.
And then Harrell and Schroeder, they've been huge for the Lakers this year. I don't think you could have added 2 guys for your rotation.
6th man of the year and runner-up 6th man of the year.
Yeah, and they fit nice in that team. Those are hardworking players, and LeBron loves that. Marc Gasol is another great addition to that team. He just sits at top and just makes dime passes to people cutting. It's great. Marc Gasol is fun to watch.
Yeah, no, he's really a team guy. I mean, he might go 5 games and take 6 shots. Like he just passes the ball and really is a team guy.
Yeah. So we'll leave it that there for Lakers Hawks. Lakers come up with that W last night, and we're gonna move on to final game from last night. Kings Pelicans, because we were kind of talking before. Pelicans have really kind of been a disappointment thus far, and the Kings are kind of an exciting young team. So last night, Kings end up getting the win, 118-109. Talk about, because you were saying how the Pelicans really haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, you just going into the year, you figure, they have all this young talent. Yeah. Brandon Ingram, I think he won Most Improved last year. He's been going off this year. Obviously, everybody knows about Zion. And then you still have, Lonzo, who you expect, to be pretty solid. Redick off the bench, but I don't know. They just don't put together consistent efforts night in and night out. And, it looks like it's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs again this year.
Yeah. And the Pelicans, the good thing is Brandon Ingram and Zion are both playing very well.
Yes.
And that's the future of that team.
Mute the laptop, please, bud.
Laptop's on?
You don't want to hear the highlights from last night?
No.
Okay.
That was kind of-
All right, sorry, I didn't mean
No,
that.
but Zion and Brandon Ingram are both playing good, and that's the future for the Pelicans. That's all they really care about on that roster. Besides that, they've kind of been a disappointment. I was big on Lonzo Ball coming into this year, and he's let me down kind of big time this year. They don't really have any shooting on that team.
Yeah,
And they're talking about
even
trading Redick.
And Redick's not shooting the ball this year, and I think floor spacing and him not getting very many open looks is a part of that. Plus, shooters do go through slumps. Redick will be fine, but
And I thought adding Eric Bledsoe, I thought that would help, but it doesn't really seem like it makes a difference.
Yeah, so far, it really hasn't. They're only 7-12 this year so far, the Pelicans. So,
but for the Pelicans, if Ingram and Zion just continue to get better, they're not going to re-sign Ball. Bledsoe could be part of the future. Steven Adams.
Yes, Adams has played well. That's why it's just you name all those guys. How could they not even be 500? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
And Brandon Ingram last night playing well again, 20 points, 7 for 8, 6 for 20 from the field. Could be a little bit better in the shooting wise, but overall he's definitely going to be an all-star again, I think, for sure.
But yeah, and putting some spacing around him is going to get those numbers up.
Yeah, absolutely. Zion 17 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists, so he's continuing to be a force on the boards and the paint all together. So, but on the other flip side with the Kings, good young team. Really
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
You look at his growth the last 2 years. It's been pretty impressive what he's done. I think he had 36 last night, or
De'Aaron Fox had 38.
Looks like a young John Wall out there, lefty young John Wall.
There you go.
Well, and the thing with De'Aaron Fox is we all know he's probably the fastest player in the NBA. And it's one thing to be the fastest, but you got to be able to use it right. And I think he's kind of figuring out how to use his speed and changing speeds and not just going full on at the hoop every single fast break, doing some change of speed, change of direction stuff. And he looks great.
Dude, and the Kings, all their starters last night were in double digits. So it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're a young, exciting team.
Yeah, Marvin Bagley, Harrison Barnes, obviously Buddy Hield. So
Holmes in there.
Yeah.
And then I don't think he did much
Whiteside
last night.
bench.
But Halliburton was a nice draft pick.
He should have got drafted higher, I thought. He's a combo guard. He could literally do everything.
Yeah.
Good shooter, good defensive player, great passer in college.
He had
The Kings got lucky.
5 points, 11 rebounds last night. Halliburton.
Yeah, and he's had some big scoring nights. So I think the Kings have a lot to be happy about. A franchise that it's been 15 years that they just done nothing.
It's been I feel like longer than that.
Yeah, it's really been since Stojakovic, Weber,
since
02
Game 6.
Robert Horry.
Yeah,
Since 02 Game 6.
18, 19 years. It's been crazy.
It's crazy.
So, but yeah, so Kings coming up with the win last night with the Pelicans, 118-109. And that'll do it for the NBA boys. It was fun taking a trip into the NBA world with you guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and we'll be right back. Just hang tight, folks. Tony's coming in to talk some football.
Oh, fuck.
I know. But we'll see you guys in 1 sec. We're going to make a little switcheroo.
That's good. Sports Port episode. Don't know, but that's okay.
26, bud.
26, episode 26.
Yeah.
We just finished up the NBA. Now we're about.
Who's this guy?
We have the fucking Super
This
Bowl
guy.
coming up. Joined now by the one and only Anthony Schmanthony.
What's up, guys?
What's going
It
on?
How's it
is.
going?
Oh, formerly of the
Mike, you know?
formerly of the MLB Network. Anthony
Formerly.
Schmanthony. Yeah, fuck that.
MLB
Right.
NHL Network.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Come
sorry.
on, get it
Yeah,
right.
sorry. So anyway, so we're not going to talk about either of those leagues.
No, we're not.
We'll talk about the NFL. Super Bowl 55.
Dude, stop here with your nose,
55,
dude.
yeah.
Super Bowl
Relax, dude.
55.
Can't hear you.
Can't believe
55. You got me?
55. Remember Super Bowl 1?
Dude, I was there.
Yeah.
I was a kicker for both teams.
Mike, I remember seeing Mike there too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
the water boy
Yeah,
for Tony.
right.
That's dope,
Just
dude.
Tony.
Yeah.
Personal water boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how we
so,
met, dude.
Pats Chiefs. This is a good one, boys. This
Pats
is-
Chiefs?
Pats. Oh,
Pats Chiefs, dude.
Pats Chiefs. Because I got Brady in my head. So
I bet you do.
Bucks Chiefs.
He
Bucks
said
Chiefs.
Pats.
Pats Chiefs. So it's been like that for like 20 years. So
Mhm.
you know, but yeah. So greatest of all time versus potentially
future.
the future greatest of all time. So this is gonna be epic. What are you guys thinking? Like I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Both teams will be healthy for the most part. I guess the Chiefs are going to be missing a couple offensive linemen, but everyone should be back. Antonio Brown back
Yeah.
for the Bucks. I think that'll be big, and I think it's going to be a really good close game.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think in terms of in terms of a storyline,
Yeah.
you really can't get much better than this. I mean, it's Brady's first time in the NFC, made the Super Bowl. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, and
So
then
no-
obviously Mahomes going back again. Dude,
Mahomes. is
I'm
something
hyped.
else,
I'm
right?
so hyped.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's gonna be a fun game to watch. We have two really good offenses, two really good defenses. I would
Mhm.
say, in terms of looking at the defensive side of the ball, who has a better defense? Chiefs
I think definitely the Bucks.
Yeah.
The Chiefs
Mhm.
have a respectable defense, but
Yeah.
the Bucks have a lot of playmakers. So,
Yeah.
I think they're going to be in full force.
and you think when you say that, it just reminds me of JPP and Shaq Barrett coming off the edges,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Didn't
And-
JPP play for the Giants?
Used to, dude.
Mm.
He used to have 5 fingers too.
So he's pretty used to. Hey yo,
got him.
he's pretty
Boom.
used to
Roasted.
sacking Tom Brady. Then
Yeah.
Super Bowls.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Just
bro.
the one, but
Yeah, he was just in just one, but
yeah. So anyway, he'll be
soundboard today is really
on point.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
Oh.
So Bucks defense, I think, definitely has the edge in terms
I would
of
say so.
offense. Though I think you got to get the edge too. Even though Brady's on the other side, I just think the Chiefs, dude, are such a young. Well, they're obviously younger,
Mhm.
but just a little bit more dynamic, dude, and they have a little bit more dynamic playmakers than the Bucks do.
Yeah, and they just have that quick strike ability. They
Yeah.
can score a lot quicker than the Bucks. I
Right.
mean, those Bucks can score, but they're not going to go down the field in 30 seconds. I don't think.
No, they're
Yeah.
not deers.
No, yeah, I can obviously I would agree with that. And I feel like just in terms of stats too, I mean, Chiefs have I think they're first in the league for total yards, first for passing yards.
Yeah.
They just kind of, they top Tampa Bay's offense and those type of stats, which I mean, obviously game could go either way, I guess. But I mean,
Who you
stats say,
leaning, who you
dude.
leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What about you?
Yeah,
Chiefs.
yeah, definitely the Chiefs. I mean, just to impress them. And then last week, they start out slow. Everyone, they're down 9-0, and they drop 21 in the second quarter. I mean, it's just it doesn't matter what type of hole they get in, they just come right back every time.
And then to your point, dude, about the fucking how quick they are. I can't believe how quick they put drives together, dude. They could start at their own 5-yard line, bro, and
Mhm.
score within a matter of a minute and 15, dude. It's insane.
Yeah,
I've never
dude.
seen because, dude, they're so quick, bro. Tyreek Hill is fast. Mahomes is fast.
Right.
Fucking Kelsey's fast.
Kelsey's a monster.
I mean, Watkins, dude. Then they have their running backs, dude. They have a 3-headed monster, don't they? Bell,
Yeah,
Chubb, and
Williams.
Williams,
Jesus.
and
Edwards Hilaire.
yeah,
Yeah.
and even Kareem Hunt.
yeah.
What the fuck, dude? he could pop off. You never know, dude. They're loaded.
Mhm.
They're loaded
Literally.
on offense. It's crazy, dude. What do you
And I think
Mike?
I don't know how they're going to even lose, to be honest.
They're not. That's how they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
The Chiefs.
Chiefs all day.
Yeah.
I don't want Tom
Hey.
Brady to win again.
Russell's got the Chiefs as well.
Yeah.
and they did
Oh,
play
you got
week
Bucks.
12. It was 27
Yeah, Russell's got the
24.
Bucks.
I wouldn't be
The Bucks.
surprised if we have a similar type game as far as being that
And-
close,
and what
right
we
down
saw
to the
in week
wire.
12. Yeah.
Oh, what was it, like 24,
27,
7, 24? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in terms of the
Yeah.
score, it's going to be close to. I can see it being like 33-30, something
Mhm.
like that. Maybe it comes down to like a field goal at the end.
And it
to
is
win
supposed
it.
to rain on Sunday,
Is
so
it?
who
Right.
knows, how that affects everything.
Yeah.
So
we'll see going into it. We got another week,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
Yeah,
That
today's
is
Tuesday. Yeah.
So less than a week, but it's going to be good. We will we'll be looking forward to that. And we also hope that you all are looking forward to that.
I think
as well.
everyone who wouldn't be,
Who
honestly.
wouldn't
Even if
be?
you don't
Super
like
Bowl.
football,
No,
Super Bowl, everyone like,
Who's the halftime show this year?
I think it's the weekend.
yeah, it is.
Oh,
weekends.
wow.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I wish
Exactly,
that
dude.
the country would do, dude? Super Bowl
Country.
Monday, bro. Just give the
Well,
Monday after
Monday.
the Super Bowl off to everybody.
My high school used to do that.
It's like, why the fuck?
So why can't the country
would
do
we
that?
not do that?
You know?
Tam for president 2024.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
dude.
definitely.
And then it'll be nice
Definitely.
too.
Mike
dude.
Theophil, vice president.
Oh,
And then
going
campaign
places.
went
Bro, imagine
in the
that.
shooter just like that, dude. No, you're out.
But it'll be nice too. They said 25,000 people will be there. So I
At
mean,
the
just
Super
to
Bowl,
have
yeah.
some authentic crowd noise instead of
Yeah,
It'd be
the
nice,
good
In
yeah.
the NFL too, they're doing it the right way. It's a lot of essential workers, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, dude.
7,500 essential workers.
7,500 essential workers. So that's good of the NFL. right
And
there.
we've been wondering forever what a home Super Bowl looks
Mhm.
like. I mean, people
Right.
have been
time in
close.
Yeah,
history,
dude.
bro.
I mean, that's
I mean, it's
Yeah.
trash. It's during COVID, though.
That's true.
That
I
is
know, it
definitely
kinda
true.
trash,
It
but
can't-
whatever.
We almost saw it a couple years ago with Minnesota.
Mhm.
Almost,
Vikings,
yeah.
Yeah.
very, very
That was when they
close.
beat the Saints,
That was the
right?
Minneapolis
That fucking
Miracle.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So, but yeah, dude, the
I
Bucks,
know,
the Bucks are gonna be
dude.
playing in their fucking home.
Yeah, but of course they
Field.
draw
It's
Mahomes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
of
tough
course.
assignment. It's like almost negates the home field advantage. I think
Yeah, true.
having
Yeah.
to go against him, and I think this is the toughest matchup Brady's had in the Super Bowl.
You
As
think
far
so?
as
Out
like,
of every Super
Wow.
Bowl,
oh
he's
yeah,
played
I
in?
mean think about it. I mean he's the
Yeah.
Panthers,
What about
the
the
Eagles,
The Giants.
I know
Rams.
Atlanta was a comeback, but they were down.
Mhm.
Obviously, down 24-3
Yeah.
at half.
But
Would
I
you
mean,
would you say because of that lead that he had to overcome that was maybe great, or
I'm just looking at
or
overall
matchup-wise.
talent. You know what I
Talent,
mean?
right. Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
this Chiefs team. I mean, is just so talented.
they're insane.
It's not like he's going against a backup quarterback like Foles or something. You know what I mean?
no.
True.
Mm.
dude, that's who it was. The
Eagles was the third
So
team.
me and Mike were trying to figure out yesterday because this is Brady's 10th Super Bowl.
Right.
Mhm.
So that means obviously he went to 9 with New England. We couldn't figure
Right.
out who the third team was that beat him. It was the fucking
Oh, it was the
a couple
Eagles.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Two NFC.
That was fucking
both the
nuts,
NFC
dude.
East.
Wow.
Giants
Mhm.
twice, and then
The
Eagles.
Eagles.
And then the
Whoa.
Rams twice. He played.
And the Rams
Yeah.
twice.
yeah.
He
And-
beat the Rams both times.
Yeah, beat
Yeah.
the Rams both
Mhm.
times, but I think last time the Rams scored 3 points. I don't think the
Yeah,
Chiefs are going to
I-
be
I-
scoring
I-
3
I don't
points
think
this
so.
No,
time.
not at all.
I don't think the Chiefs will have that problem,
Imagine.
honestly. I don't think
No
we'll have a
way.
problem.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think we'll have a problem coming back on Friday, right? For another Sports Sport?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Episode 27. Then we'll really get into it. That'll be like I think that's going to be our Super Bowl special, yeah?
It will
I don't
dwell
know.
deep.
I thought we might want to. I don't know. We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure
Yeah,
it
dude.
out. But anyways, we want to just thank everybody, as always, for liking, subscribing to all of Downtown TV content. Keep doing so, please. It helps us out a lot.
Hell
We got
yeah.
screen time right here.
Fuck
We got
yeah.
Sports Sport.
Oh
we
yeah.
got everything.
Dream is free, dude.
free. I mean, so much. And we're just looking forward to all of the big things we got planned in the new year. So thank you guys for sticking with us and helping us get to this point, and we'll continue to just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And one question, NBA wise tonight, you think the Nets will hold the Clippers on under 140 points tonight, or?
Oh, is this for your gambling addiction?
No, I'm saying because the Nets
Um,
have let up 130 points. I think 5 out of the last 7 games.
Dude, I bet you the Clippers will go. They'll score that.
Oh
at
yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's,
yeah,
it's
at least,
embarrassing that
yeah.
they can't defend anybody.
And stuff.
160.
160.
Grasso said.
So yeah.
Kawhi by himself.
So yeah.
Let's see
So we'll see. Then so we'll look out for that tonight,
Yeah.
and then we will look out for all of you guys on Friday.
We will see you guys then.
So
All right. Sounds
Peace.
good. See you guys.